Hello everyone, welcome to the morning call. I'm Hanan Fejani, broadcasting live from Congo.
And I am Robert Kodingo. Welcome to another fresh week. We are broadcasting this live in French and English. To start us off, top on our story, Tunisia, 1 year on after the massacre in Sousse, their plea for tourism as survivors pay tribute to victims at the Imperial Marhaba hotel.
The civil status of Gabonese President Ali Bongo, will he be excluded from running in the next presidential elections? 3 leading opposition members have called on the population to counter his candidacy. Reaction from the communication minister.
The cabinet minister is among those 15 dead after a suicide attack in Mogadishu, Somalia by the Al-Shabaab. Details on our bulletin.
IMF calls for urgent action to stem Mozambique's deteriorating economic performance. Its growth is focused to drop to 4.5% this year. More in our business segment.
Now, welcome to this broadcast. While survivors pay tribute to the victims of the Imperial Marhaba hotel massacre in Sousse, Tunisia, a year ago, the country's plea for tourism in the country is also in play. Now, 30 Britons and 3 Irish citizens died when ISIS-linked Seifeddine Rezgui opened fire at unsuspecting tourists. Now, Tunisia's tourism ministry says tourism from France and Britain has fallen down 90% since the attack.
The attacks in Sousse remain to be one of the deadliest in the country's history. Indeed, a traumatic experience in the country, coming barely 3 months after the Bardo Museum attacks that killed 21 tourists and a policeman. Following the Sousse attacks, the United Kingdom called on British tourists to leave the country and advised against all but essential travel to the country. Today, the country has still not been reassuring.
Tunisia security forces are patrolling tourist spots and the state of emergency is still in place 1 year after a gunman opened fire in a beach, killing 38 tourists, 30 of them British citizens. The Sousse attack on June 26, 2015 was claimed by the Islamic State. Regional tourism representative says the country lost more than 98% of British tourists. Sousse region has 96 hotels with a capacity of almost 40,000 beds. We used to have almost 40,000 tourists, but unfortunately now we have just 9,000 tourists. 6,000 are Russians, 600 German citizens, and many other nationalities. Tourism accounts for 8% of Tunisia's gross domestic product, provides thousands of jobs, and is a key source of foreign currency. Business owners in the region complain of bad business as a result of the incident. Most of our work are sold to our brothers and Algerians. I hope to see them arrive right after the Ramadan holy month. There will be more activity then. But comparing to last year, there is less income. Actually, last year, there were some Europeans, French, Italian, Spanish, and other nationalities. Since the attack, Tunisian authorities have stepped up security at major tourism sites and hotels to try to reassure tourism companies and foreign governments that visitors will be safe. 18 hotels have since shut down. Many have lost their jobs, and hotel occupancy is down by up to 50%.
Hamadi Mujahid is a journalist in Tunisia, and we spoke to him regarding the situation in the country right now, the tightened security, and how the Tunisian people turned a new page since the attack. Now, the audio quality was not very good, and it was transcribed and voiced by one of our journalists.
Tunisians will never forget these attacks, including that of Bardo. It didn't only have an impact on Tunisia, but also in the whole region. The reality today is that there is still some form of apprehension, some kind of fear, especially when looking at the situation in neighboring Libya. Nobody can truly say that it's easy to act as if nothing really happened. We can't forget.
We also delve deep into the measures taken by the government, if at all they've been effective enough ever since 1 year on.
Despite the security decisions put in place by the government, the situation is still catastrophic. The tourism industry is still struggling to get over the situation, but it seems it will take a long time to do so. This is despite support from the government, investors, hotel owners. It's true that after the attacks there was nobody but tourists who are coming back, but not so many of them to put the activity back on track. Compared to Morocco or even Egypt, the activity is non-existent, even though security in hotels has improved.